let's talk about Overwatch. Specifically, a skill you might have overlooked when you were putting in hours on the practice range. Seeing as this is my first video and you have no idea who I am, let me take a minute to introduce myself. I go by Bonsai, and I've been playing FPS games since I was like 14, and I'm no pro gamer or anything, but I play a lot of Mercy and I play a lot of Widow, and I've played in every rank between Silver and Diamond, and I've played a few rounds with Masters. I never hit the rank myself, but I've seen that level of play. And I've also seen a ton of videos made by other really high-ranking players like Stylosa and Muselk and all of those big names in the Overwatch YouTube community. And one skill that I have seen consistently overlooked is the entire category of soft skills. So before I even get into the specifics of what I want to talk about, I know a lot of people are sitting out there like, what is a soft skill? And in this case, it's a less measurable and more subjective skill that players can use to be more effective when working with each other. So, accuracy and damage blocked are hard skills that can be measured statistically, and soft skills are more in the vein of callouts and teamwork. The clips I'm about to show you are from a game I played with Masters who were getting warmed up for comp. I want you to listen to how they talk to one another, and then I'm going to go back and talk about what made it so effective.
Are you scared?
Round one. Capture the objective.
Do you want to just engage on point?
No, engage in the middle of the place. Look
Alright.
at the cap.
Exactly.
That's
I got
strat. Just
engaged
push it
at
to
Disney
overtime on their
World.
side. They'll get overconfident and we'll win.
I'm going in from behind him.
Nice.
Nice pick.
I'm going in like a fool.
They're all grenaded.
I'm on Mercy.
That hurt.
Mercy's one.
Oh,
Mercy's
Why are
dead.
you walling them out?
I'm bad.
Got him.
Freezing Angie.
I got Ana and Junkrat.
Nice
Acree,
freeze.
go in, go in.
Get on point.
They're outnumbered, go on point.
I had monkey on me.
We're freezing. Steam first.
Nice.
What's on point?
Three coming in, three coming in.
Focus Steel first.
And he's solo.
Got their Ana.
Steel frozen.
On her.
He was one shot.
Nice. Winston's
I
in.
slumped immediately.
I'm on Winston. Got him.
Don't drop.
And these guys are doing this kind of communication in quick play to warm up for comp. That's pretty important, guys. You know, they're not just sitting there and trying to practice their aim. The Widowmaker wasn't playing quick play just to make sure she can land headshots. They were playing quick play together specifically so they can warm up as a group and work together as a team more effectively when they actually do go play competitive. And again, I'd never met or played with these people before, not unlike a random matchup in solo queue. And somehow we still managed to work well together. Why is that? For starters, we had an unofficial primary shot caller in the form of our Ana, and sometimes our Widow. She told us where to engage and when. Notice this is completely different from bossing your team around because you think you know best. For example, even though our Ana said to engage in mid, I went around back because I was Tracer, flanking. But I told my team first so they knew where I would be. This role of a primary shot caller is horrendously difficult to play, and in all the hours of Overwatch I have logged, I've met less than 10 people I'd trust to be a primary shot caller in competitive. It requires impeccable game sense, situational awareness, and an understanding of all the underlying mechanics of unique maps and how to push on them. All of which are skills learned over time and are often best learned by healers, given they can have an eye on the team at almost all times. This might be why there are so many Mercy mains in the top tiers of play. However, that's not to say the role of a primary shot caller is relegated to only healers. Any hero with eyes in the sky can do the work. Widowmaker, for example, is often very far removed from point, and with her infrasight, she can tell when and where people are coming from. That can be super effective when someone's trying to call shots, decide on when to push, or decide to back out. So where do all the other members of your team come into play? If you have a primary shot caller, everyone else on your team is considered a secondary shot caller. Just because you have someone taking the role of the primary shot caller doesn't mean that you, as a secondary shot caller, can't make callouts. You can see this in the footage I presented earlier via the Mei and myself. The Mei calls out who she freezes, I call out who I'm after, and the team works together to either focus those heroes down, or they work together to focus other heroes while we take care of the heroes we've already called out and kind of tagged. This helps other members of your team who might be focused on other things know what's going on outside of their field of view. For example, if Azaria sends out an ult and captures everyone but the Mercy, the Genji who just used Blade might try and find her, not knowing that you took her out a few seconds beforehand because you didn't say anything. So, given that we've established how important these soft skills are, how do you go about improving them? If you want to improve your situational awareness, I highly recommend you play healers like Mercy, Zenyatta, and Ana. Most of the time, they're pretty far removed from the action and can see where all members of your team are at once. From that vantage point, it's kind of like a game of chess, and you'll learn from watching your team work. As far as understanding the nuances of the map and the mechanics of the game, that just comes with time. So just go out there and practice. Make good shot calls. Go out there and make bad shot calls. Learn what works and learn what doesn't. And remember, be kind to your team and have fun. Thanks for watching my very first video about Overwatch. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe if you want more content like this. And hey, do you think there are any other overlooked skills or heroes in Overwatch? If so, post it down below and I'll try to talk about it in my next video.